Hello everyone, and welcome back to the altars. It's day 50, and I'm in some trouble. Because I promised one of my altars, I can't even remember which one, that I'm going to be building a radiation repulsor within the next 22 hours. In order to do that, I need to research said radiation repulsor, which I can only do if I have a planetary sample, which I currently do not have. So I'm first out of business before the researcher gets out of bed and into his research lab, is to quickly grab a planetary sample. Luckily we do know where one is, but it's guarded by a time anomaly and some other anomalies. But I'm hoping I'm not going to have to clear all of those in the process. So that's where the time anomaly is. Last time there was another anomaly right next to this, but yeah, there it is. But maybe we can, we can snatch this. There we go. Collect. Ooh! Ouch. Okay. We're alright. Let's get out of the time dilation.
Should I move there?
Okay. Research. Base. Radiation repulsor. Confirm. Let's remove quantum computer hacking from the queue for now. Or put it... yeah, let's put it behind there. And let's see if we can make it back to base without taking another hit. Let me sneak right past you there. Thank you. You can go to the kitchen. Okay. What else? We need to construct neutralizer towers. In order to do that, we need lots of metal and lots of minerals. So far we have placed a auto minerals outpost and a auto enriched metals outpost. Our miner, by the way, is doing what? Metals outpost, and we're out of storage space. Right. Almost forgot about that. So let's place some more storage. Yeah, we definitely need at least one more storage module. We're just gonna set us back metal, but we're doing alright in terms of metal at the moment. That queue's looking good, that queue's looking good. That's looking good. Do we wanna produce another automatic outpost before we concentrate on gathering resources for the neutralizer tower? Or should we get the two neutralizer towers out of the way early? But the more time we spend having the automatic outpost, the more we gain. If we were to place another automatic outpost, where would we place it? Maybe on... probably another enriched metals deposit. Assuming that one refiner can actually handle 5 of those in 30 minutes. I'm not sure how much one automatic outpost produces. I don't think it says, right? Maybe we can estimate 22 enriched metals. Is that right? Is that for the whole day only gets 22? If that's true, we can definitely afford to build another one. Otherwise, I'd maybe build a... We have an untapped enriched metals deposit. an untapped minerals deposit, but we already have an auto outpost on mineral and we have another manual outpost on minerals. This we couldn't connect because, I don't know, there was no line of sight for the pole. And the enriched metal deposit and one more. I'm not convinced we need to place another outpost. I think we can concentrate on using the outposts we already have for the moment. Unless... yeah. The only thing I would maybe consider placing is another metal outpost, but it doesn't look like there is another metals deposit. Unless it's over here where we haven't explored. If that's the case, maybe we should place... I'm doing it. I'm producing another automatic outpost, and if it turns out that the automatic outpost produces too much enriched metals for a refiner to handle, we can always move the automatic outpost somewhere else, right? For now, assuming I can manage to not run into any more anomalies, I think I want to check out some of the unexplored space that is left, which is mostly the high climb over there and something next to the internal vein here. Anything else? I don't think... yeah, I think that's everything that I haven't explored. So the quickest way to get there is using our travel pylon here. And I gotta, once again, remember not to run into any more anomalies because my health is not looking too good. And while we do this, we need to keep an eye on our radiation repulsor. I hope we have enough whatever materials we end up needing to build the repulsor. But currently our storage is looking pretty good, so I'm cautiously optimistic. I can't remember if I left any anomalies in here. I think I definitely came through here the last time, but I don't remember. But as long as I'm not hearing any beeps, we should be okay. Organics deposit. Where's the high climb? There it is. Alright, what's up here then? Ooh, luggage. Only luggage? Oh, no, I think it links back up with this enriched metals deposit. Let's see what's in the suitcase. Future Ex-Girlfriend by Chris and Jack. Jenna travels back from the future to make sure Phil saves humanity. Did she really have to bring a +1 though?
Nice. I don't know that movie.
And a night sky projector, a cheap projector that displays stars on the ceiling. I bought it during a school trip as a gift from Mom. Turned out Father wasn't a huge fan of shitty plastic trash cluttering his bedroom, so Mom suggested we should build a blanket for it in my room and use the projector inside. I found the security of a home there. Silly as it may sound, this projector makes every space warmer and more comfortable. Is that a gift for someone? If so, I don't immediately know who for. Calendar. A calendar from over a decade ago with photos of luxury cars. Whenever I felt like a loser doomed to spend his life in a mining town, I dreamt of having one of them. In my fantasies, I would just hop in my muscle car and drive away from a miserable life into a cheesy sunset, never looking back. Okay. I'm not sure if that's...
Yes. I was missing that.
Supposed to be decoration or a gift for an altar that maybe we haven't met yet. How is the research looking? 4 more hours. How is... Okay, and 2 more hours until our automatic outpost comes through. And I should be here, right? I shouldn't spend time at the enriched metals outpost. Although I think it's fine for like a few minutes. It's just meant to dissuade you from permanently parking someone here, right? To mine. Okay. Now, should we try and find? Yeah, we should try and find the place to put up the outpost. I think we might need another drill or spend. How much energy? Is it 1? Okay, that's fine. I'm actually gonna use one for a scan wave then. Looks like it's up there, yeah. Oops. Here we go. Must be here. Surely, yeah. Over. Come on, here. There we go. Still some time until that comes through. But we get another drill cartridge. Do we want to use it? No, we don't really need it. We can drop down now and place a pylon. I think that connects once we place the outpost, pretty sure. And then what's the quickest way to connect to our existing network? There's no quick way. Should probably fill this, go this way that we're already heading. Ooh, uh-oh. Let's not do anything stupid with these anomalies. Ooh, juked. Maybe 2 more to link. Yes. 1 more? Yeah. How are we looking? Research 2.5 hours. Let's hope our little placing and crafting doesn't cost us too much resources, which we end up needing for the radiation thingamajig. Talking about resources, do we have the resources to place a travel pylon that would set our uphold crafting queue even further back? So let's see if we can maybe try and stay in the area. Actually, there's no real good way to go from here, so never mind. We should head back to base and teleport to one of our outposts. And recharge ours. Yeah, we should spend the time to recharge our suit. It's probably the best use of our time. Until, yeah, 2 hours, so 1500. Yeah, that's exactly how much we needed for our suit. So, research is gonna be done in 10 minutes. And let's hope...
Nothing more to do here. Should I move there?
You can go greenhouse, yes. And let's hope we can afford whatever it is we're researching right now. Is it done? Nope. Now it's done. And oh, we need to be at the base to place it. Anyway, so let's head inside. Find the command set. You gotta be shitting me. I can use this still, right? Okay. Build. Where is it? Radiation repulsor. 30 metals, 40 minerals, 30 rubidium. Oof. There we go. Just in time. Okay, that did set us back quite a bit in terms of spent a little time.
Should I take care of this now?
Yeah, you do maintenance now. Did set us back in terms of minerals. So maybe we should pivot. Maybe actually, since minerals seem to be such an important resource right now, maybe that's what we actually need to build. Another minerals deposit up here. An automatic one, even. So yeah, let's head there. Let's not run into these anomalies that are left here. You know what? We have enough. We even have a battery if we need to, so let's get in the habit of actually destroying them. There is another. These are independent deposits, right? Yes, looks like it. Okay, lots of distortions hanging around here. Let's first use our scanner to get maybe some initial... No? Nothing? Am I not even on the deposit yet? Maybe here? Nothing? It says deep minerals deposit, but I can't even do a scan wave. Okay, maybe up here? That says minerals deep deposit again, and there's time dilation here, right? I think I want to destroy this time dilation. There you are. Come here. Come here. There you go. There we go, come on. Gotcha. Polygon scanner? No. Is there anything? No. Nothing here either. Did my scanner break? Seems to be another anomaly somewhere around here, but time is running out on this. I need to recharge. Okay, let's quickly check up here. Okay, there's nothing here for some reason. Maybe there just flat out isn't another minerals deposit here, and that's just how it shows up on the map for some reason. Let's head home. We can't afford to spend much time in the radiation with our HP. Where's our next? Down there. Okay, maybe there's another... Maybe there's another way to get another minerals deposit. But it's... Yeah, maybe since... But it doesn't look contiguous, right? That whole thing is contiguous, so maybe I was just completely in the wrong spot the whole time? Or maybe it just... this part does belong to this deposit and I already tapped it. I'm not sure. Let's go home. And talk to... Okay, let's prioritize botanist and miner because they have a magenta exclamation point. Not that I'm 100% sure what that means, but yeah, it's botanist. Do you have something to say to me?
Looks like you have something to say to me. Please, tell me it's not true. Are we seriously going to farm a human being like it's a plant?
It's not a human. Yeah, it won't be a human being. Unless I still have a major misunderstanding of what it is we're trying to do. It's not a human by my definition.
It won't be a human being. Think of it as a biological vessel. Oh, what? Can you even hear yourself? So, what are we then? Psychological vessels? The whole idea is just shameful. I have no other word for it. Look, I know you're reluctant about talking to Lennon, but isn't that what you have me for? What do you mean? Maybe I should talk to her.
No. Out of the question. I don't see... The game is pushing me in the direction, so as from a metagame point of view, I understand that there maybe is a path, but there's no reason to suspect that she can help with this. None. Unless we accept going behind Maxwell's back, like it would essentially be like going to Ally Corp, right? And I don't think at the current moment Ally Corp can be helpful for us. Yeah, I think even though I disagree with Maxwell's ulterior motives for now, going with his idea of using the biological vessel, the tabula rasa, is the best idea. And I still don't understand why this is such a huge moral hang-up, while the creation of the altars in the first place isn't. Right, in Jan Botanist. Jan Botanist should, by how strongly he is against this idea, he should be, in my opinion, even much more strongly against creating altars in the first place, and should judge us very harshly, I think, for what we've been doing, and maybe continue doing. And I think, yeah, Refiner came after him, right? Especially now that we know that all the otters are sick, but even before then. So yeah, you're not talking to her.
Yeah, nice try, but that's out of the question. Okay, I just wanted to help. Still, why don't I at least help you talk to her?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think what that would be meant to accomplish. I think right now there's no gain, unless maybe, yeah, unless you wanna play Jan Prime as someone who still has like such an intense attachment to her that he's willing. But yeah, even then, I still think you just shouldn't do it. No, like Lena isn't useful as in terms of getting us out of here, I think, unless I maybe misunderstood her role or how smart she is or her, capacity in this timeline. I don't think there's any use. So I don't want his help because, as I said multiple times before, like I don't like the idea of him using the knowledge of alternate timeline Lena to our advantage in like a human relationship. So no thanks.
No thanks. Lena's a closed chapter for me. We don't have the time to look for alternative solutions. killing a person is no solution as
How-
far as I'm concerned.
How is it killing a person? I
In
don't, I
case you
really
haven't
don't.
noticed, I'm not the only one who doesn't like this idea. If you change your mind, come back to me.
You want
But
some
I'm
of...
gonna need more information about the moment we branched away, you and me, how different our life paths were. Maybe then I can help you fix things with Lena.
You want the projector? Little awkward, but do you want the projector?
Hey, I found this. I brought it on this mission, but thought that maybe it could mean something to you too. My old projector. It's symbolic that you took it with you. I guess it reminds me of the first time when I thought it would be cool to explore
Why are you giving me a
space.
botanist?
Really? For me, it's more about feeling at home. It will definitely make me feel more comfortable around you.
Let's check if there's some stuff we can give to multiple. Give him the photo. Let's see, maybe there's someone else to give him the photo. To give the photo to. Sorry. Technician, for example. Can I give... Have you heard Maxwell suggested... Yeah, I guess we should speak to all of our alters about the cure. Maybe one of them has a more convincing argument for why this would constitute killing a person, or how at any point how or why these people would consider this a human. Have you heard Maxwell suggested a cure?
So, heard the news? I think we might have a cure for you.
Yeah, I heard. And I want you to know I don't like it. It would be like being fed my own brother's brain.
No. Like, no, not really. It would have a similar effect if your brother maybe died in a motorcycle accident and donated. It would have a similar effect because at that point they would be bodies, but no. It's not a person. It's, yeah.
Brother, that's a little far-fetched. He'd be more like a physical copy, but without any awareness.
Not he.
Oh, a physical copy. Well, that makes me so much more comfortable. Thanks.
Yeah, once again, I think it's weird to take such a moral high ground on this. And not on the author creation as well. Do we have a call? Can we talk to Lena maybe?
There's something I gotta tell you.
Yeah, I'm getting to all of you. Let's check. Anyone in the kitchen?
So you just
The refiner?
left the university. Don't you regret it?
Hell no. I mean, I struggled at first. Unemployment, inflation. But I learned so much. Met lovely people. I don't feel like I missed out on
Interesting. Hello, Mr. Refiner. Have you heard Maxwell suggested a cure? Let's get his input.
So, heard the news? I think we might have a cure for you.
Yeah. I've
You
heard.
didn't like it either?
And I gotta say, it's kinda disturbing. Is it true you're considering creating this knocked out guy and retrieving his brain?
It's not a knocked out guy. How is it a knocked out guy if... No, it's just a body.
It'll just be a body. With no thoughts and feelings, don't worry. The very idea sends shivers down my spine.
I get being
I
uneasy
don't
with
know
it.
why, but dehumanizing him feels like dehumanizing ourselves. It's just sad.
Let's talk to Jan Miner. Oops. Hey, Mr. Miner. We can give him the calendar, but not the photo. So I guess every item can only be given to one altar. So give him the calendar. Let's start with that first. The last time we did it the other way around, it was an even more jarring tone shift.
I brought it on this mission, but thought that maybe it could mean something to you too. Huh? Seriously? Huh? I can't believe you kept that old calendar. Yeah, well, I still like to fantasize about owning one of those cars. Yeah. Yeah. And escaping my shitty life. Hard times, simple fantasies. Thanks. It won't collect dust.
You returned late? I don't know what that means again.
Hey, I notice you return late to the base.
Is he going for walks?
You know that radiation at this time can be extremely dangerous for you.
Ah, you noticed. Yeah, I did stay out a little longer. But I squeezed so much more out of that outpost. And we really need it now.
Oh, is he working overtime because he's so happy?
Kinda nauseated, but small dose of radiation ain't nothing we can't neutralize overnight.
Reasonable.
Okay. That sounds reasonable.
Of course. Just trust me.
About those radiation filters.
So, do you think the passive radiation filter calmed the crew?
Damn right it did. And no more complaining that radiation's killing us.
Thanks for suggesting the solution.
Thanks for suggesting the solution.
Oh, right. Yeah, I got you.
Let's talk to him about the cure. Maybe he has a unique point of view. Maybe because of his relationship to the body that he's in.
So, heard the news? We might have a cure for you. Yeah, everyone's talking about it. They're saying it's a controversial idea. But this is not the time and place for being subtle, right?
Interesting.
Jan, there's an issue we need to discuss. Let's meet.
The botanist is having a tough moment in the quantum computer. Why does he... Okay.
Come on, buddy. Rooting never helped anyone.
For a brief second, I believed it was all going to be fine.
Okay, he's...
The only
Fair
thing
enough.
waiting for us is...
we don't have... any more time in the day, so I thought we could maybe play a movie, but I think having these discussions right now is more valuable than slightly raising the crew's stats, unless someone... Yeah, they seem fine at the moment. Able to work 9-hour shifts, the miner is even doing 12-hour shifts, so I think we're okay. Let's check the tasks real quick. We'll have another 7 hours of research to do tomorrow for quantum computer hacking. Apart from that, lots of research requires planetary samples, which we don't have. There are ones left on the map, but maybe we should research something that doesn't require that. Enriched metals efficiency would be very nice, but we can't afford it because we're locked behind planetary sample things. So maybe upgrade the illuminator. Density or range? I think density sounds good. maybe the point of quick crafting. And maybe the point of quick crafting is that it's more time efficient than doing it in the workshop. It's the only explanation I have for this still being useful. Let's do Luminator Density for quicker neutralization. And let's worry about assignments once we get up. On day 51.
Hey, Jan. Got a minute for
If anyone wants to talk, I don't think we should talk during the day. For now. We still need to get a lot of resources for our neutralizer tower, and we're mostly really low on minerals the whole time. Let's check. I think I'm not using the end of day estimates correctly. Since it's the morning right now, let's see. If we keep Jan Refiner in the refinery, Jan Miner on... Oh, we're pretty good on metals, so let's put him on minerals. Our end of day estimate is only 26 enriched metals. Let's move this guy off of minerals. Wait. Where do these 72... It says we're getting 72 minerals with... Oh, Jan Refiner, okay. So, the auto minerals outpost generates 28 minerals per day. So, in a 7-hour workday, I guess. Versus a 9-hour refiner workday on a minerals outpost. 72. Putting a miner on the outpost even gives us 90. So, yeah. Meanwhile, our auto enriched metals outpost gives us 26 enriched metals per day, which I think 1-to-1 translates, yeah, to 25 metal and 24 organics, which is pretty shit, gotta say. Not a lot of either, if we're honest. And I think that answers my question about whether or not we have enough time to whether our refinery can deal with 2 automatic outposts, and I think the answer is definitely a resounding yes, right? 26, one we take 30 minutes per, so even with the 7, yeah, definitely. So with all that being said, we definitely want to put another auto enriched metals outpost, I think, which would already get us to 50 metals and 50 organics per day, which is probably not enough for upkeep. But we and Jan Miner can flex. Yeah, okay, if we put the refiner in, we can even see how it all stacks up. Yeah, no scheduled repairs, and there's still a workshop queue, so let's put technician on workshop. If there's nothing else to do, we could even have him do metals then. But yeah, I think the most flexible thing to do is place the next automatic miner on this unused, where was it? Yeah, on this unused enriched metals outpost. So again, heading over here. I think I'm gonna take the long way, even though it's gonna cost me 1 or 2 energy. Or rather, I'm going to take the short way. Yeah, not the long way. Unless... No, that's correct. How is it here? Yeah, I think here... The way it works is also, there's no additional deposit here. So maybe I have already tapped this and it just looks a little weird. It just looks wonky because everywhere else, as soon as you discover the outpost or you place the outpost, this is gone, right? The icon that designates the deposit. So maybe I should check it again at some point. But for now, let's press, let's place even the auto miner up there. Can I do it from down here? Maybe cheeky little placement. Nope. We have to try though. That was the one energy I was talking about spending. There we go. It already is linked up and it should update our end of day estimates. No, it didn't. Should go to 50 organics. Unless my calculations were wrong about the refinery being able to handle it. Refinery is set to infinite upkeep. Let's see, maybe enriched metals is gonna pile up. Maybe I made some kind of error. Any reason to head through here? Yeah, but there's an easier way. But it's gonna involve us either taking a high climb. Yeah, but a high climb is still cheaper than going through an energy barrier. So we have to spend less time recharging. Let's see, maybe we can even collect the planetary sample over there while we're here. Okay, this outpost. We're also pretty low on rupidium, and I'm wondering if we have to do... We have a task for this, right? 3 is a pattern, if we have to do this before we get out of here. But I think... Oops, let's not run into this. I think either way it should take a pretty low priority. Dodged. This is a pulsing one, I'm pretty sure. It's huge. Did we? No, we never... Have I never been down here? I think there's another... Yeah, what about that holo chip we found last time? I think let's deal with this pulsing thing. Okay. Managed to get rid of it pretty cheaply too. Another damaged chip. Wait, no, that's not a holo chip, right? This is a qubit chip, which we can... Are we happy to spend 20 minerals right now is the question. How much are we... We're getting 90 since we have for our miner pulling a 12-hour shift on it, so... I think rushing qubit chips makes sense. It gets us another altar probably, even though right now is an absurd time to create another altar, as I said before, without a clear way to recure. Alright, should we first see... Yeah, we should first see where all of this stuff leads. And in order to do that, we're going to have to spend our suit battery. And we're almost out of organics. That's really bad. We might need to move... We can't move refiner. How important is the research we're currently doing? It's not that important. Controversial decision? Maybe. But I'm moving young scientist to the organics outpost. Is that 6 more days in the bottom right corner? I think 6 more days until another magnetic storm. Oh, this is a metals deposit. That's good. I think at the beginning of this episode I said I wanted to build another one of those, but looking at the state of things, I think metal is the only stuff we're good on for now. Meanwhile, another suitcase with a lucky keychain, a keyring with a 4-leaf clover I got from my colleague Adam's parents when I was 12. From my colleague Adam's parents when I was 12. You had a colleague at 12? I used to hide at his place when my father had his worst days. His parents never asked any questions and everyone around the house behaved as if my visits were a normal thing. That's nice. That's really nice that he had a family like that he could go to. Maybe it had something to do with the fact that Adam's father was a psychotherapist. They moved away when I was 14. Book. This book has been in my pile of shame since my early days at the uni. It was supposed to be eye-opening, but I never made it through the first pages. It seemed a little too anti-utilitarian for me. I took it with me, hoping to finally read it during the long, boring evenings in the base. Anti-utilitarian? Not sure who that's for.
I was missing that.
Alright, so right as I get unstuck from this ledge, I don't think we need this right now. There's no point in building another metals deposit. If I could wish for anything right now, it would be for this minerals deposit to actually contain another drill spot for us, because one auto deposit is not enough, and I want to have one manual for young miner to go to. Okay, I think we explored everything there is to explore on this landing site until maybe this weird exploration vehicle moves. I still think that has to be something there, right? Maybe there is not actually more terrain as I originally thought, but maybe something to collect. Okay, let's see if we can't grab that planetary sample. The day is still young and we might get another suit battery. Yeah, we will get another suit battery in 1.5 hours, but maybe we should recharge somewhere. We have enough for now. Let's see where the trail goes first. I think it was started here and went up there. Let's see. No? Did I... Oh! Is it continuing here? No? I'm confused. It's nowhere here. It's definitely down there. And it ends. Is it down there after all? Am I going into the completely wrong direction? Oh yeah, I was. Lots of anomalies in the way. Another one here. Another one there. Okay, I think we have to go up here. Okay, and I'm losing the trail again. It's not... It's up there? Okay, maybe I haven't lost it. I think it's up that bridge next to that outpost. Man, I wish removing these... What is that? Minerals. We need minerals. I'm taking. And hoping that no anomaly is coming to touch me. Can I recharge and fast travel at an auto outpost?
There's nothing more to do here. Should I move
You should go to the kitchen. Yeah, we're kind of low on meals. Where did I say it was? There, right? Yeah, let's head to our... Where is it? No. Can we fast travel? Yes, we can fast travel from the outer outpost. Of course we can. We want to get up here, so we need to go to the Rupidium outpost. And then... What is this? This is the bridge, I think. Nothing here. Am I wrong?
All done. Should I take care of this now?
You can do maintenance if there is any to do. Was I wrong? Oh no, there it is. Wow. That looks... Let's leave this. Where? Here? And then? It's not this, right? Am I crazy? It goes in a circle. It goes here and here. And then it makes a circle around. Is the sample in here and I'm just not seeing it? It's a circle, man. Am I nuts? Up there? Okay. I guess we follow it up there. Still don't get why it's a circle. Can I... Yeah, I should read. No, I used the battery on accident. Never mind. We're heading up here. And now, where is the rest of the trail? Does it pick back up here? No. Whoa, 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 chill. Oh, left. For some reason I thought it was on the other edge. Please, not another circle. I can't handle another circle. Up there? Can I go up there? No. Okay. Let's focus. It goes here, here, and then it ends here. No. Yes. No, it goes through there. Okay. Fuck it.
There's nothing more to do here. Should I move there?
Yeah. Actually, we don't need two people on... We really don't need two people on maintenance. Wait, we don't have two people on maintenance. Technician has stopped working because he's a lazy... I'm not saying. Okay, seeing as we're here again, it's time to double check our work. To make sure there is not another deposit hiding. Looks like absolutely nothing. Unless I forgot how to use the scanner. Nothing here. Maybe I need to remove the rock blockade, maybe, but... I'm doing it. Maybe it was hiding under the rock blockade the whole time. There we go, here it is. Nope, nothing. There's an icon and everything. It says there's a deposit here, but nothing is showing up, man. Anyways, let's not get too distracted. Where is our trail? We came here for a reason. And that is to find a planetary sample. Please tell me it's up there. There we go. That was quite a hike. Workday isn't quite over yet, so we can go into the research lab. We have enough food. We have enough everything basically at the moment. We'll be spending a bunch of metal and a bunch of minerals as soon as we can in order to get to craft at least our first neutralizer tower. Meanwhile, I'm gonna have to find my way back home first. Is there anything else to do out here? Assuming this minerals deposit stays fake, we should double check down here. But it would be weird to be down here, but yeah, I'm still doing it, I'm still checking. Apart from that, there's nothing else left to explore. There are no more planetary samples. So we should focus our time completely on extracting as many resources as possible, which also means we should use the qubit chip, if we're honest. If we're going for maximizing efficiency, we should do that. On the other hand, if we're role-playing, we really shouldn't do any more of that shit until we have a cure in hand. A cure that we know works. I can't do a scan wave here. It really looks like there's just nothing here. It's still weird, but yeah. Let's... What can we do? Since the miner is at the minerals deposit, what else? Is there anything else we're low on? No, it's really mostly minerals. Man, I really want another minerals deposit. Yeah, there's another... Yeah, just the Rapidium outpost. We could build another organics outpost. I guess that's worth it. We're kinda low on organics, but I'm not sure if there are huge organic drains coming up. The tower, as I said, is mostly minerals heavy. We could invest in a... We could invest 30 minerals in an advanced non-metals outpost. But it's 40% faster than a basic one. So, since we know that I think in one day we produce 100 emeralds with our... And I think 30 or something of those, or 20, were from, let's say, 40% faster. Let's say make that 30, it would be 30. So one day, I think if I'm right, about one day of using this, At least when operated by a miner should... Yeah, I'm building it. I'm building the advanced non-metal outpost. And in terms of research, we would need 2 planetary samples to get the next suit upgrade. Radiation resistance and suit battery increase really nice, but we're not getting this here. So let's quickly spend some time thinking about, is there anything left here that we need before we move, or before anything else major happens right now for our current goals. Advanced enriched metals is nice, but as we said before, metal not our biggest problem. If organic becomes our biggest problem, we're building another organics thing anyway. So ALX minerals conversion, that does sound nice. In a way, if you think about it, it's a way to convert organics into, or even time really. Maybe we should, I keep forgetting that I can recharge the suit for, I think, a half an hour for 2 bars. Is all the ALX conversion 1-to-1? No. But if we pretend that it is, we have 81. I think I'm researching ALX minerals conversion. It sounds like since, yeah, we will be short on minerals for the foreseeable future. So, and having we know there are lots of anomalies for us to clear. So maybe it might even be time efficient for us to clear the anomalies with that. Alright, enough strategizing. Let's see, is anyone still working? No, so we should do 2 hours of work on the workshop queue, in my opinion. And then we are going to speak to a couple of people before, I think, calling Lena. But maybe I should tell her something. But I don't know. I don't know what we expect her to do, really. But I don't know, maybe we can trust her to not blow our cover, so to speak, with Ally Corp. But I don't know enough about, well, this Lena, any Lena really, but this Lena in particular to, as I said before, what her role is and how connected she is within the corporation. You wanted to talk about something?
Hey, you wanted to talk? Yeah, it's about the miner. I have to say, I'm worried.
Yeah, me too.
He stopped socializing with anyone. All he does is work. Of course, I know this is not a time to party, but this guy, it's like he always needs to do more. Beat everyone to the punch.
It worries me.
Yeah, it worries me too. But it seems like this is how he wants it. Not much I can do to stop him. Yeah, I get you. I mean, I know we have ways to neutralize the radiation he's getting and all, but it doesn't seem right that he needs medical attention so often.
Wait. I think I got confused. I think for some reason I thought he was talking about the botanist. No, I'm not worried about... Oh, the miner, he's... Oh, okay. Yeah, I thought for some reason he was working so much because he was happy, but maybe... Yeah, if working makes him feel better... Of course, if he puts his health at risk too much...
Well, if working makes him feel better about himself, then maybe that's the way to go. Nah, there has to be another way.
Maybe he's
If you
right.
ask me, he's on the road to self-destruction. He might be physically fit, but there's something going on in that head of his. Well, what do you want me to do about it? I've been thinking about this for a while now. I think we could all use a mental health specialist on board. But the miner, he needs therapy more than anyone.
That's probably true.
Mental health specialist? You mean creating a new altar? What if I can't afford that right now?
You should really make the effort, Jan. It always pays off. But if you really think it's impossible, well, maybe even sending the miner to the contemplation room by himself could help. Mindfulness is not exactly his strongest suit.
Right, the contemplation room.
Might be better than nothing.
That we researched, I think, on day 17 or something, but never had the resources to build. Or I think we at one point either built it or at least had the resources to build it, but on our last move we destroyed a bunch of resources. It's a good idea.
That's not
I like
such
him the
a
way
bad
it is.
idea.
He is true, but
It's just that won't going back to all that bad shit in his life bring him down and make him lose that new zest he just acquired?
What if it does? Okay? He'll be a little less productive, but he'll be at peace with his demons. I'd say it's worth a shot. I have a strong feeling there's more to this guy than we think. All he needs is a proper opportunity to open up.
we're definitely keeping that in mind as we decide the next branch to take. Let's talk to the scientist. He's hanging out in the dormitory down there. Hey man. What's troubling you?
What's troubling you?
Well, I've been analyzing the situation thoroughly, and in light of the fact that we may all die of this abnormality in our brains, the thought of not making it back to Earth has been haunting me. To the point of obsession, I admit.
I think objectively he's right to worry. There are lots of reasons to think they might not make it back to Earth. Even if they don't die from from their current condition, there's a good chance that either way, whoever we end up siding with, I'm guessing there's ultimately it's sooner or later a choice between, at least between Ally Corp and Maxwell. But yeah, either way there is a chance, right, that whoever we end up siding with is not willing to let maybe is willing to let us come back to Earth, but is not willing to let the public or anyone else know what we did. So maybe they wouldn't like the Ultras coming back to Earth either way. Or maybe military, if there is such a thing. We don't really know enough about the situation on Earth, if there are even still governments in the classical sense, with militaries that would also obviously be highly interested in this tech. You'll make it. Are you panicking? Yeah, I don't know what to tell him. Are you panicking?
Of all people, you're the one I least expected to panic like that. Are you afraid of dying? No, Jan. I'm concerned about what the world will miss if I go too soon.
Okay, he's an
What
idealist
do you...
in that sense,
what
right?
do you mean? My work. Everything I did in my parallel life
Oh,
wasn't meaningless. On the contrary, it had the potential to push space exploration to
he
a
can
whole
recreate a
new
bunch of
level.
that probably with
Really?
some time,
How? You
I
see,
think.
I developed a method of nanoparticle dispersion that proved to be stable in even the most extreme conditions.
Oh, shit?
That means...
Exactly. And now it breaks my heart to think that all that groundbreaking research, all that knowledge could just disappear with me, never to see the light of day.
We should... Isn't Rapidium more... That's a good question. Isn't Rapidium more important?
Listen, that sounds amazing, and I get you're frustrated, but
Isn't it all meaningless in the face of what we've discovered here? Shouldn't we worry more about bringing Rapidium to Earth? You're right. That is our primary objective. But it doesn't mean we should ignore the bigger picture. Like I said, my experiments could pave the way for many innovations in space travel. Who knows? Maybe they could even lead to a faster, safer, and easier way to mine Rapidium altogether. Okay, I'm listening. I want to recreate my research, here and now. Revisit my
does
logic,
that...
backtrack my calculations, rewire the connections in my brain, and write it all down again. For posterity.
Is it gonna
And
take
you
away
need
from your
me
time
to
doing normal
Grant me
research?
the time to focus on this project and nothing else. Of course, I'd still be there to attend mission-critical tasks if the need arises, but I would appreciate if I could limit my availability as much as possible until I get this weight off my chest completely.
Yeah. I think if this was the miner, I'd say no. But I think since we are pretty, as we figured out, pretty research limited by our lack of planetary samples, I think we can maybe grant him... Are you really such a genius? And let's ask.
So,
Why not?
you're telling me no other scientist is smart enough to come up with what you did? Are you really such a genius?
Genius. You mean a nerdy guy you see in movies who wakes up in the middle of the night with a ready-made solution in his head? No, Jan. I'm a normal human being just like you. Difference is, I've burned the midnight oil more than once to find the answers I was looking for. It's no magic. But yes, I do think there's a risk no one else will ever come up with my method. And the reason I fear that is because, well, you could say, discovered it by accident.
What? No shit.
Yeah, but that doesn't diminish the importance of my results. They say luck favors the prepared, but this time I'm gonna need more. Will you favor me as well?
Yeah. I'll see what I can do. I think... Yeah, I think this is right. Both in the grand scheme of things, it's a good idea to get his research, but also for him. I think it's the least you could do, right? We're the ones to blame for this predicament in the first place, for all his, for him to be the only survivor of a parallel universe. That's our fault, right? So it's the least we can do to give him some time to make sure that his existence won't be in vain.
Fine. I'll see what I can do. Thank you.
It's amazing that by trying to save your own life and altering yourself, you involuntarily unleash such a big potential for change and progress. I can start working on my old research whenever you're ready.
And that's a scary thought too. Okay, tasks, focus time. Assign the scientist to work on his private research. Is that like a proper research? 24 hours. How? I think I'm doing quantum computer hacking first. To be safe. So, as soon as he's done, I think he should get done with this tomorrow. And we want to make sure he's working 9-hour shifts, so I think that should work out. Let's talk to the botanist really quick. Do we have anything to give him? I can't remember even. We found so much stuff. Yeah, right, the photo.
Hey, I found this. I brought it on this mission, but thought that maybe it could mean something to you too.
Photo of what?
Oh, look at that photo.
I'm not sure I
Surprised you
remember.
took it.
told us to take things that bring back happy memories. I guess I hoped this memory would cheer me up in hard times. I remember the day this picture was taken.
Oh yeah, it was a
I
photo.
already had a
Yeah,
massive
okay,
crush
with
on-
Lena.
Thanks, man.
But I think they
That's a
didn't know
lovely
each
gift.
other. They were in the same class, I think, or... Okay. We should call Lena. And I'm thinking going into the call that we don't tell her, but maybe the dialogue options are going to convince me otherwise, so let's see. We're going to talk to Lena about... it already says about the illness. I wouldn't want to do it, but I don't know Lena, right? I don't know their backstory. So I'm thinking Jan Prime probably would, and I think I was pushed enough in this direction that it's worth checking out, and I'm hoping that this won't immediately mean that Ally Corp gets to know about everything we've been up to.
Lena? Can you hear me?
Jan?
Hi, Lena.
It's surprising to hear you. We didn't end on a good note last time.
We didn't.
They told me you complained that I was interfering with your mission.
Assertiveness, it was necessary, nothing personal. Yeah, let's
It
say
was the
that.
necessary thing to do at the time. I hope you know it wasn't personal.
So why are you calling now?
Oh, but no, it's a medical condition I developed, or there's something I haven't told you. I didn't think about this angle, but it doesn't make much well, I want to see where he goes with this. There is a way to play it like this, but I think Lena will see through this, but we're going to try it. Because I really don't want to tell her about the altars. 'Cause, like, yeah. Maybe that's stupid of me.
It's a medical condition I seem to have developed up here. Don't freak out, but it's some kind of... well, brain mutation.
What?
I do want Lena's
I
input
said,
on
don't freak out, please.
Maxwell's
But
proposed cure.
Didn't you get a proper checkup before leaving? How the fuck is that even possible? What is wrong with this mission? What is wrong with Maxwell?
He's trying to help.
He's trying to help. He suggested something, but I'm not sure it's gonna work. I could really use a second opinion, and I just thought you could have some ideas.
Okay. Do you have anything you can send me?
Yeah, I've got an MRI scan.
Right. I'll see if I can figure something out.
Thank you.
Okay, that's actually...
Jan, you said Maxwell gave you a solution you didn't like.
Yeah, he did. I don't want to go into the details.
Well, whatever it is, maybe keep it as a backup option, just in case. We don't know how much time you have.
I'll keep it in mind. Thanks.
I don't think there's a way to... I would really... The game didn't give me the option, but I'm just speaking hypothetically from the plot's point of view. There isn't really a way to explain to Lena what's going on without acknowledging the whole altar situation. Like, I really like her input on... Yeah, if she thinks, but she can't know, because otherwise she'd have to know about all the other stuff we've been up to. Okay, the time is already up. Maybe we can... No, there's really... Oh, Jan Miner does actually seem frightened. So I will think about this psychologist idea the next time we branch or whatever. Wow, the contemplation room costs 60 minerals. 60. I'm doing it. I'm building a contemplation room. And... Can I put someone overnight? Or can he sleep there? He's also irradiated. He should really stop working 12-hour shifts, I guess. I'm guessing that's not how that works. He's hanging out here, so maybe... Okay, I really can't afford building the contemplation room and then not having a miner doing... not having our miner doing any emerald mining. But we'll deal with that tomorrow. For now, it's time to go to sleep. Thanks for watching.